Okay, and we're live, and it is late. It's about 12. Let's see, what time is it? 12:54. Normally, I try to go live at 12:30. I got wrapped up in a couple of things. I really couldn't get away from it. I couldn't even put anything out there to post that I was going to be late, so I do apologize for that. But this is Timeout Tuesday. Today is episode 63. And today I'm going to be talking a little bit about something that I've actually been talking an awful lot about in classes lately. And this is something that I talk about on a pretty recurring basis, and I talk about it generally as we start approaching our testing cycle again. So we're about 2 weeks away from our testing cycle, and we always begin talking a lot about practicing and going back to our old requirements and making sure that we're getting stronger at our older requirements before we move on to new requirements, because our curriculum is cumulative. We don't just fire and forget. We don't teach something and then just walk away from it. We want the proficiency to increase over time. And so one of the things that I talk about with the kids on a very regular basis, but these are kids and it's sometimes hard to tell. Are they really listening? Are they paying attention? Are they internalizing these things? But to me, I just keep pounding it in over and over again, hoping that eventually they're going to listen to it and maybe take it to heart. And so, as it turns out, this week, I got a whole bunch of students that were coming in and telling me that they were doing the thing that I was suggesting them that they do with regard to practice. And not only do they feel like it's working, and not only do their parents feel like it's working, but it's crystal clear when we watch them practice in the dojo that it is, in fact, actually working. So it's a really simple concept. It's not. This isn't. I didn't invent something new here. It's practicing, but it's practicing in a certain way that I think is really important, especially for kids that might have like a shorter attention span and they're not going to go home and practice for, a solid 45 minutes or anything. And they don't really even need to, especially if they do this one thing that I really think is important. A lot of our students are coming to class 3 times a week, 5 times a week. It means that they're getting a lot of practice time in. But as you're learning new things, one of the things that happens is you learn them in class and you're able to follow along and you're used to the reference points and how to turn in the dojo. So you're able to say, turn towards the flag or turn towards the door. And you have an instructor correcting you and guiding you down the path. And you've got other students that you can watch to see if you're doing. But then you go home and all of a sudden those reference points don't exist. You don't have an instructor telling you what to do. And it could be very difficult to practice, especially if it's not immediately after class. And that kind of brings me to my main point, which is what I tell the students to do is whenever you learn something new, especially when you learn something new, I think it's a good idea to do this every day, but certainly when you learn something new, before you even get out of your uniform, go home, find a quiet place, and spend not much more than 3 to 5 minutes going over all of the different things that you just practiced in class. Even if you don't remember it entirely, practice what you know. There just seems to be something about practicing something in a second location that really seems to burn it deeper into the brain. I know that I did this for many years. When I left the guitar lesson, I would always come home. I wouldn't put my guitar away. I would take my guitar right back out. I would take out the music that my teacher helped write with me, and I would immediately practice the thing that I just finished working on 5 minutes ago. But there was something about doing that that allowed me to recall it much better for in the future. So anyway, that is my guidance. My guidance is micro practice. Come home, spend a few minutes practicing the thing that you just learned again. If you do that, the next time you come back to the school, you're going to be in better shape. You're going to have, you're going to be able to move yourself forward a little bit quicker. And if in fact you weren't able to kind of glue all the pieces together of what you were practicing, you're going to know what to actually ask the instructor when you walk back to the school, because you're going to have had some experience of trying to remember it in another location. So that's my guidance. Micro practice. Perfect practice makes perfect. Don't just practice, but practice perfectly. Practice slowly. And that's really going to do it for today, for Timeout Tuesday, episode 63. We've got a whole bunch of things going on at the school coming up, especially towards the end of this month. We've got a parent night out that's sold out. That's our Dip, Duck, Dodge parent night out. That's this coming Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. You get to drop the kids off. We serve pizza, snacks. We're going to play about 9 different versions of dodgeball. The kids are going to have a blast. They always do. We're always excited. We got a large staff coming in for this one because it's going to be a lot of fun. We have another parent night that's already scheduled for April 14th or 13th. I think it's April 13th. That's Saturday night. That'll probably sell out as well. So if you want to sign up for that, you want to do that at the front desk. And let's see what else. Oh, also on April 13th, busy day on April 13th, we have our women's self-defense class. This is the first of what will be several women's self-defense classes that we have this season. We always start them in the spring and roll them all the way through the summer. This is the time of the year that people start thinking about their kids that are going away to school, and especially kids that don't have any martial arts experience. This class is designed to give people a sense of awareness that they might not have, some very, very simple things that they can do in a practical way, under stress. They're not fancy techniques. They don't require a lot of physical fitness. They don't require experience in the martial arts. What they require is just an understanding about the situation that you're in and how best to get yourself to a safe situation. It'll be a mindset adjustment. It's an active class. It's a really great curriculum. We've been working on it for several years. We always get positive feedback from people when they leave, and we get people to come back for second versions of it. In fact, one of the things that we do is we give a steeply discounted rate for people to come back because we know refresher courses really are very important to mindset adjustments. So anyway, that's going to do it for today. I hope everybody has a fantastic day today. We're in spring. I'm excited. Spring and summer are my 2 favorite seasons of the year. I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Make it a great day. Peace.